Huh. Yeah.
Okay, I'm here with Cameron and Aldo, who are involved in the class CSE 405, and there's a problem with my web application, with my Wiki application, which is right here. And the problem is that for people that have special characters in their nicknames, that it causes problems with the application. So we're going to solve that problem. Okay, so I'm not going to illustrate the problem in this video, but Cameron is in my office with me right now, has this issue. So we're just going to fix that. And all right, so here we go. And let's go ahead and look at the application. Here it is. So in fact, I mean, it should fail if I run this application locally and enter a username with a which I tried to do. I tried to use an underscore, but it didn't fail. Anyway, this is my Wiki application. I'm going to start this up and debug as web application. And I think I got that recording, right? Yeah, all right. So there it goes. This got started up. We're going to grab that URL right there. And we're going to try going to that. And you should get a login link. You get that, right?
Yes.
That's no problem. So now the problem is that, well, it takes this. This is so we've got something like ABC underscore 123 dot Smith at example.com. There's the problem right there. All right, so let's find out. So what I'm doing there, actually, I have like a security filter that checks for that. Let me find that. So when let me just see if I can remember, because it's been a while since I did this. So basically, we construct a URL. Here's the URL. Look, there's the host name, the port number, and the application is installed to the root. So this whole URL is what gets passed into the Java web application. And so this URL is going to pass through a filter, I believe. And to see that, I'm gonna, and we control filtering and the serving of different servlets. That's done through this web XML file. So let's look in there and see who gets that URL, because I think that's where the problem is coming from. So we have the app root servlet that returns that login link, and the wiki page servlet returns the wiki page, and the get wiki page servlet put wiki page servlet. These are invoked by the AJAX when you want to get a wiki page or modify a wiki page. And then here's some old filter path that I ended up taking out. And so here is the I don't have a filter. So I used to have a wiki page filter, but that doesn't exist anymore. So what I did actually is I didn't like having a filter, because everything was passing through wiki page servlet anyway. So if you look here, this is the wiki page servlet. So if the URL matches this wiki/star, then the wiki page servlet is going to get that. And in fact, that's what's going on. See?
So it's not getting that.
This is the match. It's wiki/star. So it's going there. So let's look at what wiki page servlet is returning that error message. So we got to look at it. Yeah. This is where is that thing? Wiki page servlet. And so here's the pattern. This is and see, look at the note here. So you can see it's coming from there.
Yeah.
So this is called a what do they call this again? the pattern that you match against. It's a regular expression. This is the regular expression that's used. And here's do-get. So do-get is in fact running right now. And what we do is when the do-get method runs, a request object is passed in. Okay. From the request object we call getPathInfo. And that's basically getPathInfo is going to return what I have highlighted right there.
The response.
No, that's the path info.
Oh.
Exactly that beginning slash, the word wiki, just that whole thing. That's the path info.
Okay.
That's when you call getPathInfo on the request object. That's what you get. So we check to see if it's null, and that could happen. And we redirect a slash. We're going to skip over that. And then what we do is this pattern here. This is the regular expression that matches against admissible, what do you call it? Admissible URL patterns. And so what's happening is this right there. And so we hit that right on there, right? So the problem is we're not admitting what we should admit, and because what I'm worried about is people passing in JavaScript in through the URL.
Mm-hmm.
So that's called a cross-site scripting attack.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to insert JavaScript through this URL entry, and some other user is going to activate that JavaScript, and it's going to do something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So ask them for their password or something, and try to do something bad. So that's what we want to control against. But the thing is, and there may be some other special characters we want to control against as well, like things that are used in constructing a query that goes into the data store. Mm-hmm. So we don't want if we use something to construct a data store query and it has special characters in there that like these escaping characters, then it's like it's like, what do they call it, SQL injection. Mm-hmm. So we're not using SQL, but we are using a query string. We're passing in query strings, so we don't want a malicious query string to get executed on the server. So let's just try to open it up. And it's been a while since I want to show you guys, because I don't use regular expressions very much, but I had to for this project. So I actually spent some time to study it a little bit, and actually regular expressions are actually pretty important, and I've been negligent about mastering them for a long time, so I finally did it. Mm-hmm. But you guys can do it now. You don't have to wait until you're 55 years old. Okay. All right. Oh, what's going on? Did I lose my connection? It's wireless, right? Maybe I'm going to put I'll put my wired connection in there. Do you guys have your connection? Let's see if I can get it.
Yeah, I got the connection.
You got a connection?
Wireless is working fine.
There we go. And so let's take a look here at the this quick links. I want to show you this. And this lesson, regular expressions in Java, this is really useful. This helps a lot, but this takes some time to go through. I mean, that's an afternoon. So, but that's worth it because it's used pretty much everywhere. And you have this. They give you this test harness here. So you just basically copy this, and you run this. Run it from the command line, and type in different regular expressions and see the result. And their lesson here refers to that test harness. So it's really good. That's excellent. And so let's go back and try to figure this out. What the heck is this? What does this do here? Let's look at that. And so this star means zero or many occurrences of the thing that precedes it.
It's a multiplicity?
Yeah, I guess you could call it that, a multiplicity symbol. And so the thing that precedes it is anything that in this bracket here, this represents kind of like a collection of possible characters. So it could be 0 or many of these characters. And the characters can be space, which is right there. And then we have /, and that's not a special character. So / is admissible. So that shouldn't be a problem. That's one of the characters we're concerned about. And then we have, this is actually, I want to put \w in there. But you can't just put a / in a string. You got to escape the /. So we're escaping the escape character. So that /w, if you go, let's take a look at what does /w do. And I think it's documented in here. No, that's not it. Predefined character classes. There it is. /w. It's a word character, so anything that's in here. Small a through z, large a through z, underscore, so it accepts underscore. But what we're not getting is that @ symbol. See, I think the problem, Cameron, with you is that this is not the only area that's broken. So once we open this up and let that @ symbol come through, then we got to look somewhere else to look at another regular expression that I think is inside JavaScript that's causing the problem. So we need that @ symbol in there. Let's go back to here. So this is any of those characters, and then there's the minus, and then we want to put in the @ symbol. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, is that a special character? I don't know. So I'm just going to save that, and it looks like it's restarting. You know, it loads that. Does like a hot reload there, and hit enter on that. It's still being triggered, right? It's still being triggered. So what is going on? Maybe it's
Which one of those included the period?
oh yeah, we have a period, don't we? Let's include and the period is a special character that has to be escaped.
And the underline.
Underline is in that /w.
It's in the /w is a word character. It's 0 through 9 underscore big A through Z, small a through Z.
Oh, okay.
The \w includes underline. And so it was that dot. I put that dot. I went // dot. So once again, the regular expression is /dot, but to put a slash in there, we have to escape the slash. So it's kind of like a two-layer escaping. And that's one of the things that's so confusing about using regular expressions. It still doesn't work. Oh my gosh. You know, let's see if it's refreshing. We'll do it like this. I'm gonna put. How do we know? Let's convince ourselves it's refreshing. Okay. I'm gonna do relaunch. Oops, that was a mistake. Let me explain why that's a mistake. I think we get. Yeah, we get now 2 instances of it. So this is listening on 8888, and this is also listening there, but it's somehow, I don't get it. I don't understand why they can have 2 instances, but they do. So here I'm going to terminate and remove, and here I'm just going to terminate. So I've only got one thing there. Now I'm going to relaunch here. So there we go. And I think we're going to get the same result. It's still coming up. Oh, there we go. It works. It works. And again, so it wasn't redeployed automatically. So that gets us there. But now let's try to. Now when we click home, we're at our home, right? This is who we are. That's how we're logged in. So let's edit, and let's put in 1, 2, 3. Is that going to work? Is that a problem? Is that the only problem?
I think so.
Yeah, let's try it then. Let's redeploy, and so what I'll do here, and I don't know if I need to do this, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to terminate, and then come up to here, go to Google, and Where is that? Deploy to App Engine. Look how convenient that is. Just you test. The only issue that I can think of there that makes me go a little slow is that if the change in the code assumes something different, a different structure in the data store, then you're going to need to, when you shut down your application, you got to shut down your application, modify the data store in whatever way you need to, and then deploy your revision. So that's one spot where it's not going to be so convenient. And I don't know what the best practice there is. You know, maybe you have a separate script that once you shut down your application, you run that script to reorganize your data store and put in those changes that are needed. I don't know. I don't know how it's. I haven't had to deal with it yet. So it goes to these tests, right? Oh, it's done, right?
Yeah.
You want to try it now? Okay, that solved the problem.